For the latest stories from our community, WANE.com has you covered.
You're watching local coverage you can count on. This is WANE 15 News at 6.
The extradition of a man wanted in Fort Wayne for several charges, including rape and sexual assault with children and drug charges, was completed this morning.
He was flown back from Saipan, an island in the Pacific Ocean, which is more than 7,000 miles away. Charles Dewey was arrested in 2020 and bonded out. He then fled the country. Allen County Sheriff Troy Herburger tells WANE 15 that as additional charges came down against Dewey, the priority to locate him grew to make sure Dewey answered to those charges. Herburger says once they exhausted all of their resources locally, they partnered with the U.S. Marshals, who were able to track down Dewey in Saipan.
Eventually we will find you. It's just a matter of time. But in this particular case, we will, once those warrants are issued, we will do everything we can to find that person. It is our job to hold people accountable and get them into court.
Herburger expressed his thanks to the U.S. Marshals for their extremely hard work in this case. He says he hasn't received the bill yet, and it could cost up to $31,000, but he says he will gladly pay that. Jared Lake is the deputy U.S. Marshal who went and retrieved Dewey. He says that once they got a look at the case, investigation techniques made them think Dewey could be in Saipan. The island is a U.S. Commonwealth where they have U.S. Marshals stationed. He says they passed their intel to the folks in Saipan, and Dewey was in custody pretty quickly.
Our resources are pretty good, and we have U.S. Marshals stationed all throughout the U.S. and every territory and other places as well. So a lot of times if a local agency gives us a case, whether it be homicide or a sex crime, we typically can get them located in a decent amount of time.
At a court hearing in Saipan, Dewey handed a note to local media there saying he's innocent and that he was framed. He also claimed he left the country because he was afraid he would not get a fair trial.
New at 6, Fort Wayne police are investigating a hit and run that sent an elderly woman to a hospital. Authorities say just after noon today, a woman crossing the street near Lake Avenue and Laurie Street was hit by a car, and police say that car drove off. She was taken to a hospital in life-threatening condition. Right now, police do not have a suspect vehicle description. Anyone who saw the crash is asked to call police.